Artificial intelligence is rapidly changing the way we work, and it is important to think critically about what these changes mean for our future. So today, we will be discussing the careers that are most likely in danger and the skills and knowledge that will be in demand in the future workspace. But before we begin, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We do not fund any marketing, so it is all about word of mouth. So let's build a critical thinking society together. Hello and welcome to Thinking to Think, the podcast that helps you to think critically about the world around you. I am your host, Michael Antonio Aponte, also known as Mr. A, also known as M.A. Aponte. In this episode, we will be discussing the following skills and knowledge that will be in demand in the future of work. 1. Critical thinking and problem-solving skills. 2. Communication and collaboration skills. 3. Adaptability and resilience. 4. Technical skills. 5. Leadership and management skills. We will also discuss some careers that are likely to be replaced by AI in the next 5 to 10 years. But first, let's focus on demand, the positive side of things. Let's start with critical thinking and problem-solving skills. AI is a good automating task, but it struggles with complex problems that requires critical thinking and creativity. Humans will need to be able to think critically about the problems that AI can't solve and come up with new and innovative solutions. For example, AI can be used to automate the process of diagnosing diseases, but it cannot make decisions about how to treat those diseases. Humans will need to be able to use the information provided by AI to provide personalized treatment plans for patients. So you have your medical doctors, for example, your physical therapists, what have you. AI can't solve the individual's needs. It can give you options, of course, it can give you recommendations, but in the end, it takes a professional to think critically and be able to analyze that properly. So there's one approach. Second, communication and collaboration skills. AI, of course, is not very good at communicating and collaborating with others. Humans will need to be able to communicate effectively with AI systems and with each other in order to work together effectively. For example, humans will need to be able to give clear and concise instructions to AI systems. They will also need to be able to interpret the information that AI systems provide. Additionally, humans will need to be able to work together effectively with AI systems to achieve common goals. Third, adaptability and resilience. The future of work is likely to be very fluid and unpredictable. Humans will need to be able to adapt to change quickly and be resilient in the face of challenges. For example, AI is likely to automate many routine tasks, which can lead to job losses in some industries. Humans who are adaptable and resilient will be able to find new jobs and learn new skills in order to stay ahead of the curve. So these are jobs that can be as simple as fast food. Fast food industry has been very much in the fastly approaching, I should say, to AI machines where they're doing the cooking and the ordering, where they receive the orders and they process the food. But it's going to take someone to maintain those systems in place that it continues to run smoothly. So someone that may be managing will be able to adapt and overcome situations and able to do those skills. Another approach would probably be in the form of, I would say, in the supermarkets. Yes, there are supermarkets that will process the orders as well as even stock the shelves. However, this delivery and bringing those goods from truck inside the building also requires a technical skill, not so much muscle anymore, but technical, which leads me to technical skills. Technical skills. While AI is taking over many routine tasks, there will be still a need for humans and with technical skills in areas such as software development, data science, and engineering. For example, humans will be needed to develop and maintain the AI systems that are used in a wide range of industries. Humans will also need to be needed to analyze the data that is generated by AI systems and to use the data to make informed decisions. If you have a technical skill or you are young and you want to develop a technical skill, plumbing, electrician, these are careers that are put in place that what assumed in many years ago that AI would replace, on the contrary, is replacing the white collar, but not the blue collar, those type of technical jobs. And those jobs are very much in demand. So these are type of careers that someone could look into and pretty much know that their job is secure. No AI system within the next 5 to 10 years is going to replace a plumber, because a plumber is not just going to replace a toilet or fix some pipes. No, they also work with things outside of the home that is required for more water flow to avoid flooding. They call plumbers for that. Those are technical skills that you need to develop and be able to have a safe career. So these are, this is something that you can technically do, and no pun intended, and you can thrive in that career. Next, leadership and management skills. AI will need human leadership and management to ensure that it's used ethically and responsibly. Humans will need to be able to develop and implement AI strategies and to manage AI-powered teams and projects. For example, humans will need to ensure that AI systems are not used to discriminate against people or to violate their privacy. Humans will also need to ensure that AI systems are used to benefit society as a whole. We, in this podcast, talk about ethics and morals. And if you are listening to this podcast, chances are you have good morals and good ethics. And I'm not saying that because I'm a bit biased, because I am the host of this podcast, but because we do focus on critical thinking. And we do talk about morals and ethics. And we try to develop a critical thinking society together. That's always been my little button at the end of what I normally say in every podcast episode, but that doesn't mean it's not being truthful. It's my wholehearted belief that a society that is of critical thinkers usually thrive. Now, if you have a leadership and management skill set and you can develop that, you can hone those skills and work in AI where you can make sure the artificial intelligence program is doing right by humans. We don't want people to go into leadership positions that are not ethical, not moral. All they care about is the money. And it gets to a certain point where the, the end goals is more justified than how you get there. So in other words, I'm trying to articulate this the best I can. You're not being a jerk. It's the best way to put it, where you're being selfish. I try to be as nice as I can. I don't want to insult anyone, but again, I doubt there's any jerks listening. And if they are, there's probably trolls, but that's okay. We don't listen to trolls anyway. But the point what I'm trying to make is, if you do right by others, by humans, and you develop AI or you work alongside AI, you do right by that, you are going to do just fine. I am planning on creating an entire course on leadership, and I'm just wrapping up my critical thinking course as well. So be on the lookout for that. I will be posting that soon, and I will let you guys know. So I would recommend, before we move on to, before we segue to some negative things, to go to Aponte, APONTE.com. Register so this way you're the first to know when the courses are up. And if you are a listener, I will make sure to get you those courses for free. I want you guys to listen. I want you guys, again, I cannot stress this enough. We're trying to build a critical thinking society together, and why not? So I'm going to create, once I post that course, we should be before the, hopefully before the year is over, we will have that up, and then I'll be working on the leadership course, and that should be out by the spring. That's my timeline right now. Now, let's segue to careers that are likely to be replaced by AI in the next 5 to 10 years. Hold on to your belts or your seats because it's quite the doozy. All right, going to my research. Number 1, data entry clerks. Data entry clerks are responsible for entering data into computer systems. This is a repetitive task that can easily be automated by AI. AI systems can now read and extract data from scanned documents, images, and emails with high accuracy. That means less of what they call the fat finger or, human error because of AI. Customer service representatives. Customer service representatives handle customer inquiries and provide support. AI chatbots can now handle many customer service tasks, such as answering questions, resolving issues, and providing technical support. I'll even one up that. There are now AI programs that answer the phone, and they will talk to you as if they are human, and they can determine whether or not you need an actual human, or they can talk to you about whatever need that you might have at the time. So they're already replacing your typical customer service representative, which leads me to something that I actually mentioned earlier. That is cashiers. Cashiers scan items, calculate prices, and accept payments from customers. However, AI self-checkout systems can now perform all of these tasks. There are stores that are being created that is not manned by anyone. There are stores that are just there, open, where people will get scanned in through their phones, and they get whatever items they need, and then they scan and walk out, and they have their items. They haven't spoken to anyone, haven't seen anyone. They just grab their items and leave. This is already implemented in, I believe, Amazon stores, the storefronts. But that is the future. So that is something that you need to be aware of, especially, and I feel sorry for a lot of young people that may be listening, that would normally be their first job. That was my first job when I was a kid. So it's unfortunate. However, there are other ways of making money, and we talked about some of them, and adaptability, whether it's Uber driving or Uber Eats, where you're delivering foods. I'm not promoting Uber, but I'm just stating, a major company. So that is something to consider. Now, next, bookkeepers. Bookkeepers are responsible for recording and reconciling financial transactions. AI accounting software can now automate many bookkeeping tasks, such as reconciling accounts and generating reports. Next is telemarketers. Telemarketers make calls to potential customers to sell products or services. AI-powered telemarketing software can now make automated calls and follow up with leads. Believe it or not, there are AI programs that can do the telemarketing, do the cold calling, and try to find warm leads. How do you get warm leads from cold calls? Someone that is slightly interested. Once they show that they're slightly interested in a product or a service that you're selling, then it passes on that information, passes it on to you, the salesperson. So telemarketers are going to be out the window within 5 to 10 years. Next thing, which is kind of scary and kind of sad, truck drivers. Truck drivers transport goods from one place to another. Self-driving trucks are currently under development, and they have potential to replace many human truck drivers in the next 5 to 10 years. This is the truck drivers on this list. I was reluctant to add it. I would say more on the 10-year rather than the 5-year. And the reason why is because we have legislatures or lawmakers that are probably going to be very reluctant to change the law, that are going to demand a licensed, certified driver behind the wheel, even though they're not driving the vehicle, at minimum. So, having said that, I think truck drivers out of the list will probably be more safe within the 5 years, within the 5-year mark. However, that does not mean that in the long term they're going to be around. So it's unfortunate. It's very sad. I have a very high respect for truck drivers, especially the ones that go cross country to deliver goods. So this way people can have their avocado toast in the middle of winter. But yeah, that's something to consider. So in addition to these specific jobs, AI is also likely to replace many jobs in the following industries. Manufacturing. AI is already being used to automate many manufacturing tasks such as assembly line work and quality control. Retail. AI is being used to automate tasks such as shelf stocking and inventory management. Healthcare. AI is being used to automate tasks such as diagnosing diseases and generating treatment plans. Transportation. AI is being used to develop self-driving cars and trucks. Financial services. AI is being used to automate tasks such as fraud detection and risk assessment. It is important to note that AI is not likely to replace all jobs within the next 5 to 10 years. However, it is important to be aware of the jobs that are likely to be replaced by AI first and start planning for the future. And here are some tips. I'm not going to leave you guys stranded. Here are some tips for planning the future for work. 1, develop your skills in areas that are less likely to be automated by AI, such as critical thinking, creativity, and leadership. I told you I am developing a course. It's my own course. I actually developed a course very recently that will be out hopefully sometime in the spring is the estimate time, but it might change, with the Tuttle twins on critical thinking. So if you're a teenager, I'm going to recommend you keep an eye out for that. It is a critical thinking course that I created with the blessings of Connor Boyack, who saw my work and believed in it and believed that it will be very beneficial to his readers. So watch out for that. If you're an adult, I'm going to recommend you my course that I have developed. It will be an all major online school, like Skillshare and what have you. I will have that up, and I will have links on my official website. That's why I say please go to the website, register. It's free. I do not sell anybody's information. I only email, and it's very rarely that I do, to be honest. It's kind of sad, but I rarely email. But when I do, it'll be emails on only information that I feel like everyone should be aware of. So you won't even get an email reminding you that there's a post on a new podcast episode, because that's how limited my emails are. You'll probably get, if I can count how many emails, you're probably, if that, once a month. But other than that, I will also have a leadership course. These are going to be very important skill sets that you can show hiring managers that you have completed. This is a complete course with certification. I am not going to just give you a course and be like, well, here's the end of the course. Wish you luck. No, this is very intentionally made with detail. So you're going to work, but it is for your benefit. So if you want the skill set, register for my website. Be on the lookout for the critical thinking and creativity course, as well as the leadership course. Next, be prepared to learn new skills and adapt to new jobs. the one job I believe might be going away. It's kind of sad, but due to, and I'm saying this because when you have a hyperinflation, or I should say stagflation, and no one of power is acknowledging the problem, it kind of comes to a point where you need to just, how do I say, you just got to adapt and be able to figure things out. Next thing, considering starting your own business or becoming a freelancer. Once you have a skill set, you can teach others that skill set. When I say build a critical thinking society together, I don't mean me being some guru and you just sharing my information. I mean, you really, really trying to learn my information, learn from others as well, not just from me, and then you become your own person where you can teach others critical thinking and leadership. This is not about me. This is about legacy and planting trees that you will never get to sit and enjoy its shade. That's what I'm talking about. Trees that you never get to see, planting, that's what I'm referring to. So, build a legacy, and it could be a business, whatever business it may be, but build something. And just make it your own. Make it your own. Remember your morals, remember your ethics, and, try to spread the love of truth, and, just be critical thinkers, especially when it comes to this crazy world we live in this age of information. Now, by following these tips, you can prepare for the future of work and ensure that you are successful in the years to come. But start developing these skills now in order to prepare for the future of work. And one way you can do that, also, and another plugin, it's a shameless plugin, by purchasing my book, The Logical Mind, Learn Critical Thinking to Make Better Choices, which can be found on Amazon or any major online book retailer. You can also register to my website. Again, I'm going to plug it in because I do have those courses. I'm going to make it available to everyone who has registered to the website. So it's Aponte, A P as in Peter, ONTE.com. So MAAPONTE. So there's 2 A's, don't forget that. To register for free information and huge discounts on upcoming books and products that are focused on building your critical thinking skills. Thank you for listening to Thinking to Think. I hope you enjoyed this episode about the skills and knowledge that will be in demand in the future of work. If you did, please share it with your friends and family. Thank you so much for your time. I love you. I thank you for all your attention. And please don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and let's build a critical thinking society together.